Team, what if I told you there was a cheat code for your real estate success? A strategy that is going to guarantee you the results. Today, I'm going to break down the actionable steps that you are going to have to take in order to dominate the real estate game. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. If we've not met before, I am Katie. I'm founder of KO Estates. I have been in the property industry for about 4 years now. I am not only a real estate agent and own a real estate company, but I actually am an investor myself. So I actually get it. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm on this journey with you. Whilst we're all in the 2025 mood of new year, new me, new habits, wanting to create wealth, wanting to actually make a change this year, wanting to actually excel in the property space, in the wealth generation space, creating that passive income, I thought now is a perfect time to do a video that really breaks down the cheat sheet of real estate investing, how you can explode your growth in 2025, whether you are new, whether you are starting out, whether you're looking to grow and scale your portfolio. If you are wanting change, then this one's going to be for you. And if you've not got the funds yet, stick around because I share with you a few top tips of how you can still make this work for yourself without actually having the money to do so. Okay, the first things first, and we're starting here because you quite literally cannot move forward until we have this one sorted. It's the mindset. Success is going to happen from within. The first things first for your success, we need to start here because genuinely none of the other stages are ever going to happen unless we start here first. And the first one is mindset. This mindset shift. And I'm going to be brutally honest with you and I'm going to tell you up front so that you don't waste the next 10 minutes watching this video. I am going to tell you, if you are here to get rich quick, property is not going to do that for you. Property is not the vehicle to do that, okay? Property can be get rich for sure, but it's definitely not get rich quick. We need to change this mindset shift of I want to be an overnight success. I want to be an overnight millionaire. In our industry right now and where we are at in the current age with crypto and all these success stories that we hear, people expect instant results and they want them now with zero work. And I'm here to tell you, quite honestly, it's not going to happen. So if you are looking to achieve that, then I'm going to save you a lot of time. Don't even bother. So this is not get rich quick, but it can certainly be get rich for sure. The things we go through today in building a property portfolio, it is building wealth. It is building passive income. It takes work. It takes setup. But once we have done that, we are setting ourselves up literally for life because these strategies that we implement are set and designed to create ourselves a passive income so that we can then concentrate our time on the things we love to do because we have financial freedom, because we have a rental income coming in every month. And if that is something that you want, then you are absolutely in the right place. But firstly, we need to reset that mindset. Don't focus on the quick wins. We are looking at the long-term approach. And everyone has different risks tolerances, right? Some people want to swing that bat and go for that 1 in a billion chance of making it as a crypto overnight success. I personally want higher odds than that. And I know the vehicle that I'm picking will generate me the wealth that I want to create. It's an absolute guarantee. And I know that because so many people before me have done it. I have their blueprint and I am implementing it. I am on that path. I am on the blueprint. I am on the road. And I know with the actions that I'm taking, I'm setting that in for myself. I'm locking that in. I don't need to worry about the market or the look. I know by following this through, I will get exactly where I want to be. So we're going to play the long game. It isn't sexy, but I can promise you it works. We're leaving nothing to chance. We have a low risk tolerance. We are building generational wealth. We are building passive income. We are building the security. Our long-term plan and strategy is going to keep us completely focused because crypto, all these other things will pop up. But as long as we have a focus and we know exactly where we want to be and how to achieve it, we can keep our blinkers on, we can focus on our own mission, we can stay in our own lane and ensure and know we are going to arrive in our destination. We're going to create and build the skills to deliver on that plan. And in this video, we're going to go through the actual skills and expertise it will take to deliver on that plan. Okay, number 2 is focus on education, not emotion. Now, what do I mean by that? The problem people find with real estate is you can fall into this emotional game. People walk into a property, they fall in love with a place as if they were buying it for them to live in. And we are investors, we cannot do that, we cannot afford to do that, because what that's going to do, it's going to deviate us from the plan. Now, we are going to have a laser focused plan in place to ensure that we are meeting those goals that we talked about earlier. The focus, the plan, the roadmap is going to help us navigate our viewings, navigate the properties that we're looking at, so that we stay really, really focused on our search. And this is where focus is super, super key. We need to stick to education and numbers rather than emotion. If you're buying a property for yourself to live in, it's a completely different conversation. You want to feel amazing in the space that you live in. But as an investment, we take a completely different approach. It's much more analytical, a lot more numbers based. And I think this is where people have a real problem in understanding that, because especially in the auction world, or they may have gone on a viewing, fallen in love with a place, could maybe potentially see them at some stage in their life living in the property. They then fall into this emotional play. They end up bidding up, and actually they may end up securing a property. Great news, they think they've ticked a milestone on their journey. And actually you look at the figures and you think, I've paid over the odds for a property, so I'm not going to generate any capital appreciation for years. Because I've paid so much, the rental income doesn't even align with how much I've paid, so the yields aren't where they need to be. So actually you've just bought a very expensive liability, and it's not going to go anywhere near close to what we originally got on this journey to do. Okay, instead we are going to take an analytical approach. We are going to know our industry, our market inside and out, and lead with knowledge. That way we can lead with confidence. We know exactly what we're buying, why we're buying it. We know all the market comparables in the particular area. We know when we're buying below market value, because we know what the true value of a property on that road costs. We are going into negotiations from a position of power, because we know exactly what numbers are going to work for us. And why that is so important is because the moment it becomes a penny more the numbers that work for us, we know when to walk away. That gives you complete security. That is your absolutely golden ticket to ensuring you don't mess up in this space, is being armed with education and making sure we take an analytical approach, because any negotiation is completely based around the numbers. We know our top figure based on our plan and our goals and what we're trying to achieve. The second that offer or that negotiation falls above that, we walk away, because we can be very, very confident in knowing if it's going over that number, it's not for us, it's not going to align with our plan, it's not going to align with our long-term vision. It's going to give you complete confidence in knowing when to walk away, in knowing that this one's not for you, but the next one will be. We know what our max offer can be. We know what we should be paying on this property. And if that doesn't work for the seller right there and then, that's absolutely fine. And a pro tip on this is, a lot of the time sellers will come back to you once they realize they actually can't get the price they ever wanted for it in the first place. So we are going to completely take the emotion out of our investment strategy, out of our portfolios. All our decisions in 2025, they're going to take an analytical approach, they are going to take a numbers-based approach, and they are going to be based on facts and figures, so there is no room for human error. Okay, number 3, and a lot of people won't tell you this, but you cannot do it alone. Property takes a team, okay? You need an accountant, you need an advisor, you need a tax advisor, you need a solicitor, you need a mortgage broker. You are going to need a power team, okay? And you are only as strong as your team. I cannot tell you how important this is. Like, genuinely, the people you have around you will make or break your experience. I've had legal advisors save my clients thousands of pounds. I've had legal advisors point out things in contracts that would have created a whole world of pain that people would have had no clue about. I've also seen with my own eyes people lean on others for advice that was just completely and utterly wrong, and it's cost them thousands and hundreds of thousands. Like, we're not talking little money here, we're talking big, big money. And that is purely because they were relying on the wrong team. Your team is going to be your power team. You need to have a ride or die team that are going to protect you, protect your assets. This goes from right at the start of your search for someone who is advising you on the right properties that you should be buying, right the way through to managing this asset, once you've actually purchased it and it's yours, you then need to trust someone with the expertise and skills to make sure you are maximizing returns, making sure your asset is being looked after. Every single step of this process, guys, we need other people. We cannot do it alone, especially those who are looking for passive income. This word is thrown around all the time, and I cannot stress to you enough, you cannot do that without the right systems and the right people in place. Your team is going to make or break this venture for you, and one of the most valuable things you can be doing is building your network and building your team with reliable people. Speaking to that other clients, speaking to that other customers to understand their expertise. How long have they been in the industry? How easy are they to communicate with? Do you get on with them as a person? Can you trust this person? All these different things, reviews online, in life, so many different ways you can meet and find out about these people. And I can't stress to you enough how important spending half an hour sat down with someone to really understand how they work and if that's going to work for you is going to save you so much money, so much time, so many headaches on the back end. Some of the experts include maybe a real estate agent, a mortgage advisor, a tax advisor, a property management, a solicitor, a lawyer, legals, all that good stuff. So you are going to need so many different people. Also, your natural network of other property investors and other property people can actually help you put you in touch with a lot of these people as well. Use people that come highly recommended. Use people that understand the particular strategy, the particular location you are working in. Tap into these people. There are some incredibly skilled people and experts out there in the industry. There's equally just as many people who should not be qualified. So make sure we're working with the right people, because I promise you, I cannot stress, this is going to save you a lot of time, a lot of headaches, and a lot of hard work by getting this right. So those coffees, having those conversations, going to those networking events, doing your research is going to be so important on this one. And maybe if you're in a position where you're just starting out and you don't have the knowledge yet, this is incredible because you can lean on them for their expertise. People who are successful in the space, people who are already doing it, people who have years of experience. Why are you going and putting yourself to learn through all that when 1 hour with someone, you can literally absorb a lot of their knowledge, a lot of their information to help excel you on your journey. Surround yourself by the right people. Your network is your net worth. Like, as cringy as that is, it's so true. And I've never seen an industry where it's been so important than in real estate investing and in property. It is the backbone of the whole industry. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's a very people, and it's a small world, genuinely. You'll bump into so many different people. They know that person and they know that person and their brother is that person. And honestly, it all just kind of expands and snowballs. So my biggest piece of advice on that is start having conversations, start building that network. It'll be the most valuable resource and black book that you ever create. Number 4 then, we have think big, start small were the words that I wrote down for this one. And this is because I think so many people, and this was me at the start of my journey, think you need wealth to create wealth. And in my mind, I didn't ever think property was going to be possible for me until I was much older, had a lot more money coming in, and I had the money to invest because I just thought wealth brought wealth. And honestly, I was so wrong, and I wish someone shared with me earlier that you're better to think big and start small, because literally anyone can get started and should be getting started, because the earlier you get in, the more benefits you are going to get. Okay, you do not need millions to get started in this space. If you have it, then fantastic. We need to get that invested, because quite honestly, it's doing no good sat in the bank. We need to get it spent. But you don't need millions to get started in the space. Literally, if you're only putting £50 a week away, £100 a week away, there are options for you too. My main message here is just get started. If you won't put £10 out of £100 in, you're not going to put 100k out of $1 million in. We need to start today to start compounding, to start getting to the next level, to start building our portfolio, because our future self, they're going to thank you for it. One of my first investments, it was not glamorous. We started small, okay? My first investment property was for £80,000. Now, with a 25% loan to value mortgage, that meant I needed 20k to get started. Now, I'll do another video on how I raised that 20k, because trust me, Katie at 21 did not have 20k to spare. So I will do another video on all that, but I actually used property sourcing, which was essentially finding investment properties for other investors and charging them a fee for it. That's how I got into property with zero money at all. The fees I made from that service in finding really good houses for people generated me money that I could then buy my own investment property. So that's how I got started, and I got started with probably one of the cheaper properties on the market. 80,000, 20,000 in as my deposit. The rest was made up by a mortgage, and every single month tenant pays off my mortgage and I still have money left over. You don't need to be a millionaire to get started in property. The best thing is that you're actually getting started. And I know 20,000 sounds like a lot, because if anyone had said to me at 21, you need 20,000, I'd have been like, haha, next joke. I didn't have that money. As I said, I got into sourcing, and I'll cover that in a whole nother video because we've got a lot to cover there. So you don't need the cash, okay? You can literally get started with 50, 10, or £100, and that is all through doing a REIT. There are other alternative investment strategies which allows you to get into property without necessarily owning the whole asset yourself. You can do joint ventures, you can do property sourcing, you can get involved in something like a REIT, which is kind of like joint ownership, where you put a certain amount of money in. That could be £50 a week, that could be £100 a week. All the different REITs have different kind of criteria. They will then pay you based on the percentage of the property that you own, based on the amount of money you have put in. So trust me, wherever you are on this scale, there is something for you. So I don't want you to ever think, oh, I need wealth to generate wealth. That was my mindset. It doesn't exist. You can get started today. If it's a goal on your list for 2025, we can make it happen. And lastly, okay, again, this isn't glamorous, but I'm not gonna sit here and make it out to be this super sexy selling sunset, easy come, easy go lifestyle. I'm gonna keep it real with you. The final one is discipline and consistency. I told you, not glamorous. However, is it important? Absolutely. If you are a gym goer, you will get it, okay? You can't just go to the gym, do one ab exercise and expect abs. It doesn't work like that. We wish it would, but it doesn't. You have to consistently show up to the gym. You have to consistently work out. You have to eat well. You have to do the whole package to then get the result you want. In a similar way, work, property, lifestyle, this is the same. Okay, we can't just go to one viewing and expect it to be the property of our dreams, to expect it to be at the price of our dreams, and expect everything to just fall into place. If that happens to you, then congrats to you. I'm happy for you. But in the reality, it isn't. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it. We need to create that network. We need to get out into that big wide world. We need to send those messages. We need to have those coffee dates. We need to go on those viewings. We need to trawl the market. We need to understand what a good deal looks like. We need to be able to analyze the numbers. We need to do all the number crunching. It takes work. It doesn't happen in a day. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes showing up. And I know that can be difficult because for a lot of investors, we're doing this around a full-time job, okay? We're working hard on our passions and the things we love to generate the money to then invest. We want our investments to then look after us. So it's worthwhile exercise, but I'm not going to sugarcoat the fact that it takes hard work. It takes some setting up to do. It takes consistency, discipline. And if you are happy to do that, you will be so successful. Like you can honestly, and it's wild, the kind of snowball effect this starts to have, because once we start investing, we can then, if we're really clever about it, we start generating an income, okay? Then we can start putting that extra income into additional assets to help create this lifestyle and this circle. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's not the sexy thing to do. Yes, we could be spending our money elsewhere, but I promise you we're going to achieve those goals quicker. We can get to that passive income income we want to do so that our money is looking after us and we can concentrate our time on the more important things. It's constantly doing the hard thing. It's constantly knowing what's going on in the market. It's constantly looking on Rightmove to see the latest properties. It's constantly going to those networking events, having those conversations, doing the hard thing. But I know for a fact, if you stick to it, create that plan and stick to that plan and show up every single day to move closer to that goal, you will see the success, which is honestly the most exciting thing. They are my 5 pieces of advice. Genuinely, if you are getting started in 2025, start with those 5 as your solid core foundations, and you will be so surprised how much progress you will make in the next 12 months. It is such an exciting journey. I am so glad that you are, even watching this video, you are showing up for yourself, you are showing up, you are giving yourself the knowledge, the wisdom, the information that you need to make smart investment decisions, to make sure you're doing things in the right way. So you're definitely in the right place, you're definitely on the right tracks. I'm very, very excited for you. If I can help in any way, do let me know, ask any questions in the comments below, and I really, really hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one.